Well, I made it back to this trail, which is an abandoned road. And it's the first time I've been here since Christmas Eve 2014, 12/24/14. This is 12/21/16, so 2 years. I came down here. This is the first time my health has allowed me to come back and walk this. I'm at the top of what I called Heartbreak Hill. I used to run this, and it was easy running down it. It was coming back to the car that it was tough. Running back up this hill after you'd already ran, and that was the last stage. Well, we made it to the top of this little hill. After going down the steep hill, I just need to recondition, carrying a day pack. Eddie's panting. Me and Eddie need to work out more. That's our goal. Now that I feel better. Sparky's having a great day here at the American Crows. Go through here, boys. I used to walk through this brush and some other places as well, and I was out here so much I would bring some hand clippers and cut back the brush, mostly blackberry vines because of the stickers. And I just keep it trimmed out there in the woods, certain little areas, so I wouldn't have to, the blackberry vines wouldn't stick to my clothes and tear them up. The dogs wouldn't get into them. A couple of fields here with a wooded creek area right there, drainage actually. You know, we're back in here now, much further in the woods. This is one of my little places in the world. That big tree down over there is where I always stop and take breaks along this creek, which is dry because of the drought. It's all loud because of the leaves. Kind of an emotional moment to be back here at this tree. I was here Christmas Eve 2014 late afternoon, and I was doing pretty good till I got here, and I sat down and rested, and then we got up to leave, and my heart went out of rhythm, and it was the last time I was here, and I had to be rescued, get out of here. It was all I could do to get out of these woods. I could walk like 5 steps, and then I'd have to stop and catch my breath, and I even had to sit down against some trees at different times, and I laid down, and when I got out to the road, it was a closed road, and waited for the game ranger, I literally just laid down on the road and waited. But I used to come out to this spot many times, have a lot of memories here. This is my spot. There's Sparky. He crawls underneath there. There's a hole there, something burrowed in, and he'll crawl back underneath in the ground on the creek bed. That's another story. I heard him barking one time, and he was underneath me in the ground. I couldn't figure out where he was. And he crawled in that burrow and was barking, and he was literally under my feet. You know, about 3 foot, 4 foot down. This is a special place. The creek's dry, as I said, because of the drought, but it's kind of a hidden little place I found. And I've come here for many years with all my dogs. I've got a screensaver of Sammy laying over here. She as she got old, we'd get here and she'd fall asleep and take a nap and start snoring. And I got a screensaver of her sound asleep, taking a nap before we start hiking again. A photo, and Buddy the black lab, and I think Roscoe the Cocker Spaniel came out here with us. I've had all these dogs, all these memories of dogs and birds and animals. I've seen an otter out here, beaver, of course squirrel, white-tailed deer. One time not too far from here, it was one of the first times I came out here, there was a possum asleep up in a tree, in the fork of a branch of a tree. So I have a lot of memories here. It's a peaceful place for me. It's nice out here today. We're in a kind of a, this is more of a meadow than a field. Please be sure and wet, Sparky, every time I turn on the camera. I'll admit that creek was dry, and I'm having to go towards the water at the lake. And I don't even remember last time that happened. There wasn't any water in that creek. That's how bad the drought is. It's been going for months. I usually carry a collapsible bowl in like a 1-quart Nalgene water container, and I didn't bring it, kind of out of practice. Didn't think I'd need it. And so I'll put that on the list for the next hike. But it's nice out here in the lower 50s. I just got to keep going here till we get to water at the lake for the dogs. That's how dry everything is. There's the lake way out there, so low, and this is a creek. And no water. There is some mud, a little bit of mud. And I gotta get them out to that lake. What a joke. Man. I had this happen years ago on there one time. And it was last year, probably 06. We had a drought. Well, we came down here and I couldn't, it's too muddy for me. But they can walk down there. We'll find them a spot. Sparky's heading that way. There's actually still ice right up in this shallow area, which I'm surprised. Eddie's choking. It's been in the low 50s today, and it got about freezing yesterday for a while, so it's just kind of a shady area back in here. It stays iced up a little longer. Is our water at another creek. Thank God there is some. We tried to get down the lake and it was too much of a stretch of mud to get to the water, and even Sparky didn't try. There's Eddie. I'm trying to get him to the water, and there's where we were, way down on the lake. We couldn't get to the water, and so I walked up the creek and I was hoping there'd be a little pool, which there usually is here. This is where I think we're lucky there's even a little pool here. I can't get Eddie to let me hold him to get him down here to the water. I'll try again. Eddie Bear, you need a drink. I got Eddie down the water. I had to lead the way. Bless his heart. He's got a bad leg, and then he's overweight. He got thirsty. He's standing on the ice. There's water out there. We'll go a little further. I had to go up there, then I walked down. He followed me, and I busted the weeds down and stomped the branches, and he followed me down here. My fearless hiking dog. Bless his heart. I've got to get him back in shape. There's the bridge. Sparky's going under there. Buddy, the black lab, used to come down here in the summer. Boy, he knew exactly where this pool was. He'd go lay in it. He was 155 pounds out of shape. He's a big dog, and but when I got him in shape walking and hiking out here, he got down to about 145. So I figured 145 pounds. So I figured that was his playing weight. They're getting their drinks. I'll remember to bring water next time. Just got to get you through this walk today. Try to get out of here. I think they got their drinks. Eddie's tired. We've been out here over an hour now, which is a lot for us. Only our third time out here in a month. Only third time out here in 2 years. First time in this area since then. That bridge, which is the low point. And it's uphill all the way from there to where we're going to the vehicle. And we're on this curve. This is a closed road, been closed for, gosh, decades now, I think. Long ago it was open. 70s, 80s, and 70s. But we'll go up here and curve to the left, and then we hit what I call Heartbreak Hill when I used to run this. That's the bottom down the creek, and now it's uphill, and the grade increases as we go along here, and then as we get to the last part there, it really ramps up, and then you pop out at the top at the parking. There's the hill. Heartbreak Hill, I call it. It doesn't look that bad, but after you've walked or ran during the day or hiked for hours, or I'd run down through here, you hit this, and this is the last dash to the cars up on top there. So we'll start walking this. I guess me and Eddie are providing the background noise, his huffing and puffing, and I'm a little out of breath. This is the most hiking I've done, I think 2 years, so. And Sparky, he's always in the front of these videos. He's in the best shape. We're getting up to the top. Take let's see, 4 days till Christmas. We'll try to, it's supposed to be in the 60s maybe, Christmas, so come back, be here and wet every time I turn on this camera, Sparky, thanks. I'll come back, try maybe a Christmas walk, then come back about a week between Christmas and New Year's. I gotta keep doing this, make comeback. I was thinking about all the, yeah, I've always stayed in shape, worked out, lifted weights, ran, hiked, climbed, walked, whatever. Had my own, built my own, collected my own equipment for a gym in my spare bedroom. And I noticed over the years, began in my 30s, and I used to say, you know, if you slack off any, you have to make a comeback. The comebacks got longer and harder as you went along. And this is, I feel like this is my only chance for a comeback, last and only comeback. I gotta keep going and try to get back in better shape, some sort of shape. There we are. Well, we made it. We'll come back at Christmas or so and do it again. Let Eddie rest.